Imagine a life where nothing shakes your calm, a mind so steady that criticism, hardship, or chaos can't disturb it. What if you could navigate each day with a peace so profound that the outside world loses its power over your inner world? In this video, we'll uncover 10 powerful Buddhist principles that guide us toward a state of unwavering inner peace. As Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This wisdom invites us to stop looking outside for stability and instead build a sanctuary within ourselves, a place of resilience and serenity that we can return to no matter what happens around us. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore these timeless principles, rich with insights and practical examples you can apply every day. This journey isn't about escaping life's difficulties but about transforming how we experience them. By the end, you'll have tools to carry a deep, lasting peace that keeps you centered through every storm. Let's begin. Principle 1: Acceptance and letting go of control. One of the most transformative principles in Buddhism is acceptance, the art of seeing life exactly as it is without resistance or denial. But let's be clear, acceptance isn't about giving up or letting things happen without care. Instead, it's about acknowledging reality fully, facing it without trying to bend or manipulate it to fit our preferences. When we try to control every aspect of life, we're often left disappointed, frustrated, or overwhelmed. The truth is, control is an illusion. We can plan and prepare, but life unfolds in ways beyond our grasp. Accepting this frees us from a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety. By letting go of the need to control outcomes, we open up to a more natural, relaxed state of mind, allowing us to handle situations as they come with greater clarity and calm. Imagine a simple, everyday scenario: you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your first instinct might be to get tense, check the time repeatedly, or even get angry at the cars around you. But what if, instead of resisting this reality, you accepted it? In that moment, you could choose to practice mindfulness. Take a few deep breaths, notice your surroundings, listen to the sounds around you, and bring your attention to the present moment. This shift turns frustration into an opportunity for inner peace, a way to practice calm even in discomfort. Acceptance doesn't mean we don't take action or work toward our goals, it simply means we understand that outcomes are not always within our control. By releasing the grip on needing things to go our way, we develop a greater sense of peace, adaptability, and trust in life's natural flow. Life becomes less about what happens to us and more about how we respond. The key takeaway: when we stop wrestling with life and instead go with its flow, we find a profound inner freedom. Acceptance allows us to embrace each moment as it is, trusting that we'll handle whatever comes with grace and resilience. Principle 2: Cultivate gratitude daily. Gratitude is a powerful, often underestimated practice. It's more than just a fleeting feeling, it's a deliberate choice to shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. In Buddhism, cultivating gratitude is seen as a way to nurture inner peace and resilience, redirecting our attention away from what's missing and toward the richness that already fills our lives. When we make gratitude a daily habit, something incredible happens. It becomes a kind of armor, a shield that protects us from negativity. This isn't about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, gratitude teaches us to hold space for both joy and hardship, helping us to see that, even on the toughest days, there's something we can appreciate. Incorporating gratitude into your routine can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 small things you're thankful for. They don't have to be grand or life-changing. It could be a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a short conversation with a friend, or a beautiful sunset you noticed on your way home. Over time, this practice begins to transform your mindset. You'll find yourself naturally looking for things to appreciate, and in doing so, you'll notice that life feels a bit brighter and lighter. Through gratitude, we build resilience. When we focus on what we're thankful for, our minds become more adept at spotting positivity in any situation. This perspective becomes a tool, helping us navigate challenges with grace. It doesn't mean hardships won't come, but gratitude gives us the strength to face them, seeing them as part of the broader, fuller picture of life. The takeaway here is simple yet profound: gratitude turns ordinary moments into sources of joy and meaning. By grounding ourselves in appreciation, we nurture a positive, balanced mindset that can carry us through both good times and bad. In this way, gratitude becomes a daily anchor, guiding us toward a life filled with peace, resilience, and fulfillment. Principle 3: Living in alignment with nature. Living in alignment with nature is a core principle in Buddhist philosophy, one that emphasizes the harmony found when we tune into the rhythms of the natural world. In a world of artificial lights, digital screens, and constant activity, it's easy to forget the profound stability and peace that nature offers us when we reconnect with it. Following nature's cycles and embracing its simplicity isn't just a way to reduce stress, it's a way to find balance and root ourselves in a wisdom that's as old as life itself. Imagine aligning your day with nature's rhythm, waking up with the sunrise, working during the hours of light, and winding down as evening falls. This simple alignment with the cycles of day and night has a remarkable impact on our well-being. When we move with these natural cues, our bodies and minds feel more at ease, less rushed, and more in sync with a flow that feels intuitively right. A personal practice that reinforces this connection could be a daily morning walk, taken just as the world begins to wake. As you walk, observe the small details around you: the color of the sky, the sounds of birds, the freshness of the air. This simple act grounds you in the present moment, clears your mind, and helps you feel a part of something larger. Nature's calm, steady pace offers a quiet reassurance, reminding us that life has its own timing and rhythm. Living in alignment with nature also invites us to adopt a more balanced, holistic view of life. Just as the seasons change, so do our lives move through cycles of growth, rest, and renewal. Embracing this natural ebb and flow allows us to face life's changes with grace, knowing that each season has its purpose. The takeaway here is profound: respecting nature's rhythm brings a sense of stability and wisdom. By living in harmony with these cycles, we anchor ourselves in life's inherent balance, which in turn helps us feel more centered, grounded, and connected to the world around us. Nature becomes not only a source of peace but also a teacher, showing us that life's rhythm is something we can trust and flow with. Principle 4: Non-attachment to outcomes. Non-attachment is one of the most liberating principles in Buddhism, offering us a way to live with freedom and joy by letting go of rigid expectations. It doesn't mean detaching from our passions or goals, rather, it's about releasing our grip on specific outcomes, understanding that clinging too tightly to how things should be often leads to disappointment and stress. Imagine this: you're planning a vacation you've been looking forward to for months. You've mapped out every detail: the scenic routes, the ideal weather, the activities, the relaxation you expect to feel. But what happens if it rains the whole time? Or if the hotel isn't what you imagined? By holding on tightly to expectations, you set yourself up for frustration if things don't go exactly as planned. Practicing non-attachment in this situation means being open to enjoying the journey, regardless of the specifics. You might end up discovering a cozy cafe to relax in during a rainstorm, or find beauty in unexpected places, creating memories you didn't plan for but that are just as fulfilling. Non-attachment allows us to experience life more fully, savoring each moment without being weighed down by how it should be. When we let go of rigid expectations, we become more flexible, open to the joys and lessons life brings in unexpected ways. We're still motivated to create positive experiences, but we're not tied to a single vision of happiness. This principle also brings clarity to our actions. Without obsessing over a specific outcome, we can focus on what truly matters in the present, appreciating the process itself. It's the difference between enjoying the journey of preparing for a vacation versus getting lost in the pursuit of perfection. The takeaway: non-attachment cultivates a balanced, open mind, one that can flow with life rather than fight against it. When we let go of the need to control every detail, we open ourselves to richer, more genuine experiences, discovering peace and contentment in whatever comes our way. Non-attachment transforms life into a journey of exploration, where unexpected detours often become the best parts of the adventure. Principle 5. Turning envy into admiration and inspiration. Envy is a feeling we all encounter at some point. Seeing someone succeed, achieve, or possess something we desire can trigger that pang of comparison. In Buddhism, however, envy is viewed as an opportunity for transformation. Instead of letting envy weigh us down, we can turn it into admiration and inspiration, using others' successes as fuel for our own personal growth. When we shift our perspective from envy to admiration, something remarkable happens. Instead of feeling resentment or inadequacy, we start building a mindset that's positive and empowering. Admiration allows us to celebrate others' achievements and see them as a reminder of what's possible, rather than a threat. This approach not only brings peace to our minds but also keeps us focused on our own path. Let's look at an example. Imagine one of your friends has achieved something incredible. They've started their own business, it's thriving, and they're clearly passionate about their work. It's easy to feel envious, to think, why isn't my life that exciting? But if you choose to see their success with admiration, you can ask yourself a different set of questions. What can I learn from their journey? What qualities do they have that I might want to cultivate? Perseverance, confidence, or creativity? By admiring them, you open a door to self-improvement, shifting your focus from comparison to personal development. Turning envy into admiration also helps us break the habit of constantly comparing ourselves to others, which can drain our energy and confidence. When we focus on learning from others rather than feeling threatened by their success, we stay rooted in our own journey. Every time you admire someone's accomplishments, you're not only celebrating their success but also encouraging yourself to grow in ways that matter to you. The key takeaway here is simple yet transformative. Admiration can be a powerful source of self-improvement. By choosing to admire rather than envy, we replace feelings of inadequacy with inspiration, reminding ourselves that growth and achievement are within our reach. This shift brings a sense of peace and fulfillment, allowing us to appreciate the successes of others while staying true to our own unique path. Principle 6. Handling criticism and insults with compassion. In life, criticism and even insults are inevitable. But one powerful Buddhist principle teaches us that these words only have the power to affect us if we allow them to. By choosing compassion over resentment, we preserve our inner peace and build resilience against negativity. When someone criticizes or insults us, our instinct might be to react defensively or feel hurt. However, often, harsh words reflect more about the speaker than about us. People may criticize because of their own insecurities, frustrations, or misunderstandings. Recognizing this can help us detach from taking their words personally and approach them with compassion instead. Imagine a scenario where a colleague criticizes your work, perhaps even harshly. It's easy to feel disheartened or defensive. But what if, instead, you pause to consider their perspective with compassion? Perhaps they're facing pressure in their own role, or they're frustrated with their own challenges. Viewing their criticism objectively, rather than internalizing it, allows you to respond calmly and thoughtfully. When we choose compassion over resentment, we transform the experience into an opportunity for growth. This doesn't mean we have to agree with unjust criticism, but by understanding the underlying struggles others may be facing, we free ourselves from taking their words to heart. We stay centered, unaffected by negativity, and can choose our responses wisely. The key takeaway: compassion for critics preserves our inner peace, shielding us from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies harsh words. Instead of letting criticism shake our confidence, we can view it with kindness and detachment, allowing ourselves to stay grounded and resilient. This practice helps us maintain a sense of calm, even in the face of criticism, reinforcing a deep inner peace that remains steady regardless of others' opinions. Principle 7. Ethical living as a path to inner peace. In Buddhism, ethical living isn't just about following rules, it's a path to cultivating deep inner peace. When we choose actions that align with kindness, honesty, and respect, we create a sense of harmony within ourselves, reducing inner conflicts and freeing ourselves from guilt or regret. These ethical choices form a foundation of clarity and calm, creating a life that feels genuine and fulfilling. Living ethically starts with small, intentional acts that reflect our values. For instance, practicing kindness can be as simple as offering help to a coworker, speaking encouraging words, or showing patience when someone makes a mistake. These gestures of compassion not only uplift others but also bring us a quiet sense of satisfaction, knowing that we're contributing positively to the world around us. Honesty is another core element of ethical living. Being truthful, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient, builds trust with others and, more importantly, with ourselves. Imagine being open and transparent in your interactions at work or with friends. This honesty builds a reputation of reliability, and when people know they can trust your words, relationships deepen and flourish. Moreover, you no longer carry the mental burden of hiding truths or worrying about being found out, a common source of stress. Respect, too, plays a key role in ethical living. This means recognizing others' dignity and treating people with fairness, regardless of their background, status, or opinions. Small acts of respect, such as listening attentively in conversations, avoiding gossip, and valuing each person's unique perspective, create a positive ripple effect. You're fostering a culture of mutual respect, where people feel valued and connected. Let's bring these principles to life with a workplace example. Imagine you're working on a team project, and there's an opportunity to take credit for an idea that wasn't yours. Practicing kindness and respect, you make sure to give credit to the person who came up with the idea. Practicing honesty, you're open about your own contributions. These choices not only enhance your relationships but also leave you with a clear conscience and a strong sense of self-respect. By living with integrity, you create a work environment of trust and goodwill, where people feel appreciated and supported. Ethical living may not always be the easiest choice, especially in a fast-paced world where shortcuts and self-interest can seem tempting. But by staying true to these principles, we create a life that's free from inner conflict, filled with genuine connections, and rooted in authenticity. The key takeaway: ethical choices build a stable, fulfilling life, providing mental clarity and inner peace. When we act in ways that reflect our values, we find ourselves living with a deep sense of purpose and harmony. Ethical living isn't just about rules, it's a practice that grounds us, helping us move through life with confidence, kindness, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. Principle 8. Practicing tolerance and compassion. Practicing tolerance and compassion is a core principle in Buddhism, encouraging us to hold ourselves to high standards while showing patience and understanding toward others. This approach not only fosters personal growth but also creates a harmonious environment in which relationships can thrive. Tolerance involves recognizing that everyone's journey is different, filled with unique experiences, struggles, and perspectives. When we understand that each person is at their own stage of growth, we become less judgmental and more compassionate. Rather than expecting perfection from others, we approach them with a patient heart, allowing space for mistakes and growth. Let's consider an everyday example. Imagine a colleague makes an error that affects a shared project. Instead of reacting with frustration or criticism, you choose to take a moment, breathe, and approach the situation with understanding. You ask yourself, what might they be dealing with that I don't know about? With this mindset, you approach them calmly, offering assistance and guidance. This gesture not only helps them feel supported but also strengthens your connection, creating an atmosphere of mutual respect and trust. Tolerance doesn't mean we let go of our own high standards. In fact, holding ourselves accountable and striving for personal excellence is an important part of growth. But by balancing these standards with patience and compassion for others, we create a positive environment where everyone can feel safe to learn and improve. When we lead with understanding rather than judgment, others are often inspired to do the same. Cultivating compassion also enhances our own well-being. When we respond with kindness and understanding, we prevent feelings of anger, frustration, or resentment from building up within us. We're able to move through situations with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Staying connected to our values even in challenging moments. The key takeaway: compassionate tolerance fosters both personal growth and positive relationships, paving the way for a harmonious community. By embracing others as they are, with patience and understanding, we help build an environment where everyone feels respected and supported. Practicing tolerance and compassion is a choice to lead with kindness, helping us grow in wisdom and creating a more peaceful, connected world around us. Principle 9: Seeing everyone as a teacher. One of the most transformative Buddhist principles is to see everyone as a teacher. This approach invites us to look at every interaction, whether pleasant or challenging, as a valuable learning experience. By embracing this mindset, we open ourselves to growth in unexpected ways, finding lessons in even the smallest encounters. When we view everyone we meet as a potential teacher, life becomes an ongoing opportunity for personal growth. Each person we encounter brings their own unique perspectives, experiences, and behaviors, all of which can offer insights into ourselves. Some people show us qualities we admire and wish to cultivate, while others, especially those who challenge us, reveal areas where we might need to develop patience, compassion, or resilience. Consider an example. Imagine you encounter someone who is difficult to deal with, a person who seems quick to anger, who may criticize without considering others' feelings. Instead of reacting defensively or with frustration, you can choose to see this as an opportunity to practice patience. By staying calm and observing your own reactions, you gain insight into how to manage your emotions, learning to remain grounded even when others are not. In this way, difficult individuals teach us about patience and self-control, qualities that strengthen us and bring inner peace. On the other hand, when we cross paths with a kind stranger or someone who embodies generosity, they remind us of the goodness that exists in the world. Perhaps they inspire us to be more compassionate in our own lives or to extend kindness to others, even in small ways. These encounters show us qualities worth nurturing within ourselves and serve as a mirror, reflecting back the potential for kindness and warmth that we all possess. This mindset allows us to grow resilient against negativity. When we view each person as a teacher, we see challenges not as personal attacks but as opportunities to deepen our understanding and strengthen our character. Life becomes less about avoiding difficult situations and more about embracing them with curiosity and openness. Even moments of frustration or conflict turn into valuable lessons, reminding us of the inner qualities we are working to develop. The key takeaway: viewing others as teachers opens our minds to growth, helping us build resilience against negativity. When we embrace this perspective, we turn everyday interactions into stepping stones on our path to self-improvement. Each person we meet brings a lesson, each experience an opportunity to learn. Through this lens, life becomes a dynamic classroom, guiding us gently yet powerfully toward wisdom, patience, and compassion. Principle 10: Developing inner strength and self-reliance. True resilience isn't about the approval we get from others or the circumstances that make us feel comfortable. It comes from within, from a foundation so solid that it keeps us calm and steady, no matter what life throws our way. Developing this inner strength, or self-reliance, brings us a deep sense of freedom, allowing us to live confidently without constantly seeking validation. Think of it this way: if we constantly depend on others' opinions to feel good about ourselves, our confidence can fluctuate as quickly as others' moods and judgments. This dependence leaves us vulnerable, as we're always at the mercy of someone else's approval. But when we cultivate inner strength, we create a stable foundation of self-worth that doesn't waver, no matter what others think. Imagine, for example, that you've put a lot of effort into a project at work. You're proud of it, but when you present it, your manager criticizes aspects of it, perhaps even harshly. Without inner strength, it would be easy to let those comments crush your confidence. You might feel discouraged, doubting your abilities. But with self-reliance, you're able to take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of letting the criticism define you, you choose to take only what's useful and let go of anything that doesn't serve your growth. You understand that this one opinion doesn't capture your value or potential. Building inner strength involves practices like meditation and self-reflection, which allow us to connect with our values and recognize our own worth without needing others to validate it. Meditation, for instance, helps us observe our thoughts and emotions from a place of calm detachment. Through this practice, we develop a clearer sense of who we are and what we're capable of, independent of anyone else's judgments. Self-reliance also means feeling secure enough to make decisions that align with our true selves. Imagine a friend suggesting a path or decision for your life that doesn't really resonate with you. Without inner strength, you might feel pressured to follow their advice, fearing that they'll be disappointed if you don't. But with self-reliance, you're able to kindly listen, thank them for their input, and then make a choice that genuinely feels right for you. This decision-making from a place of strength keeps us on a path that's true to who we are, and we feel a deep satisfaction knowing we're guided by our own inner compass. The key takeaway: inner strength protects us from life's ups and downs, helping us live with a sense of peace and independence. When we're anchored by a stable inner foundation, we can confidently face challenges, knowing we carry within ourselves everything we need to live fully and authentically. Conclusion: building lasting inner peace. As we reach the end of this journey through Buddhist principles, it's clear that inner peace isn't about avoiding life's challenges, it's about transforming how we engage with them. True serenity is cultivated from within. It's the result of consistent practice, self-reflection, and intentional choices that help us build a strong, resilient mind. These principles are powerful tools, not just for facing difficulties but for creating a deep and lasting inner sanctuary. Imagine a life where, instead of reacting to each storm or setback, you respond with calm, clarity, and purpose. By practicing acceptance, cultivating gratitude, aligning with nature, embracing non-attachment, and embodying compassion, you begin to see that peace is something you create and carry with you, regardless of what life brings. This journey toward inner peace is a daily practice. It's not about perfection but about progress, taking each principle one step at a time and watching how they gradually transform your inner world. With patience and dedication, these practices can help you shape a mind that's as unshakable as a mountain and as peaceful as a calm sea. Remember to start small. Even a few moments of gratitude, a single act of kindness, or a mindful breath can make a difference. Each step brings you closer to a life of balance and resilience. Over time, these small choices create a powerful, lasting impact, helping you build a life of inner peace and genuine fulfillment. As you continue this journey, remember that you're not alone. We're here to support each other, to share insights and encouragement. If you found value in these teachings, I encourage you to subscribe, share this video, and join us in exploring more about the journey toward a tranquil and resilient life. Together, let's continue building a world where inner peace and compassion guide us every step of the way.